I'm high on life right now, bro.
Some things never change. Some things never change.
Some things never change.
Welcome back to the B-side episode, everybody. Our schedule is going to be a little different this upcoming week. Make sure to check in to us live on Kick this Saturday about 7 CST, EST. I don't know. I'll figure it out and put the timestamp. Where our Kick stream on March 7th is going to be approximately 7 p.m. our time. I'll flash up the schedule on the screen. Make sure to follow us over on Kick on the handle on screen at this time. How's it feel to be back on another B side of the rum dump, Flux Liner? How's it feel?
I mean, I'm high on life right now, bro. I'm watching the fireworks go off in the Middle East, and as I've done all my life, there's always been something fun and interesting happening. People killing each other in the Middle East. So this is just the new episode, a new season.
Some things never change.
So
some things never change.
Some things never change.
Check out this video I'm about to put up on screen here. Check out this video.
Boy,
what you got said it?
be a good boy. I'd love to kiss you. I want to be a good.
What do we think? Pretty funny meme? Pretty good meme?
I think it's pretty funny, yeah.
It's a pretty funny meme. Now, I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty good, whatever.
Yeah.
It's Trump, filleting a microphone. It's pretty fun stuff. Then I looked over to who posted it. It's the official Democrats account on TikTok. And then I thought, okay, for random meme makers, this is a kind of funny meme, 5.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then I realized this is all the Democrats have is shitting on someone who is not, doesn't have another reelection in him unless he goes full on Zelensky mode and starts World War III and has to stay in.
Yeah.
But but any way you slice it, he's not going to be elected in again. It's over. And that's all any running Democrat really has, in this era is I'm not Donald Trump. But now that's going to be, so they have less than nothing now because this is all they have is we are not Donald Trump. Now they actually have to run on their own merits. Do you think that's
yeah?
What do you think
merits
for them? What do you think? How's that?
Oh, I think the blue wave that everyone was freaking out about is not as huge as they think it is. And if anything, that State of the Union address that we saw last week proved it. So I'm not saying it's not anything to scoff at, but I'm also saying that it's not in the bag. It's not set in stone. Democrats are not winning hearts and minds as much as they thought that the optics of the Minneapolis riots, they had some momentum there, but it's already done.
Yeah, they have to pull a full-on assassination attempt false flag in order to secure this next election.
Which would,
what I'm saying? They have to get someone,
which is not below them.
Yeah, they got to do that. They've got to pull all right, let's get the CIA to reach out to a mentally unstable 20-something-year-old, have them post up 100 yards away, 140 yards away with iron sights and just barely clip Gavin Newsom's his earlobe. Well, let's pull that. Let's see if we can run that by. Let me tell you, it's not going to work out. 140 yards, iron sights. It was divine intervention that day. You're not getting a 21-year-old gay furry to hit that shot, the size of a fly's nutsack at 140 yards of iron sights on a roof. It's not happening. They can't pull it off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not. It's just not. Know, that's what it would take. That's what it would fucking take right there. Would you file that under things would you file that under things that make you go would that make you go
yeah I mean, apparently he was only an inch off, so
well, yeah, if he was like an inch to the right, I mean, right? You know, we analyzed this when it happened, or did we? Were we making the show when Trump's ear got snicked off?
Absolutely, we were. Absolutely, we were.
When did that happen? What was that? What was the dude's name? The greasy cat boy that shot Trump. What was his name?
I don't remember his name.
Tom Ward. Tom. What was it? What was that dude's name? Okay, furry who missed Trump. What was his name? We gotta do. I don't think we were doing this show when that happened, dude. Thomas Crooks. Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Thomas Crooks. Okay, when did Thomas Crooks happen? When did Thomas Crooks shoot Trump? Hold on, we're doing a fact check right here. When was this? 2025. Was there? I thought it was longer ago than that. 2025. Yeah, because it was before he got elected, so it was 2020. Yeah. 4. Okay, when did Thomas Matthew Crooks, he died on, okay, so July 13th, 2024. I don't think we were doing the show then, dude. July 13th, 2024.
Pretty sure we were. I guess maybe we weren't. Maybe we weren't. I thought we were.
I'm looking through here. I'm looking through the archives right here. I'm digging through don't worry, everybody. I'm digging through. I know this is what you came here to hear, is us digging through the archives. Hold on. I'm doing research. I'm doing research right now. No, we weren't. The first episode was posted July 28th, 2024, dude. We weren't even doing this shit yet. We weren't even in the game yet when that happened. Dude, that could have been our big break if we had just started before. If we had just started before, that could have been our big break. Yeah, probably. Like, damn, Wendigoon had that guy that oh, by the way, what did you think of the Creepcast episode we did? What did you think about that?
I don't know. I liked it. How well did it do?
I don't know. It's in the double digits, which is like complete and utter dog ass. But for us, it's like, all right. For us, double digits is like, oh, okay, that one did something. You know what I'm saying? It's let's see, 75 views, 1.8% click through rate, average view duration 33 seconds.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how it did. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I actually had like a point with that. The guy whose face I got Photoshop mashed with, he basically, his career just started because he was a Sunday school teacher who would, like, as a goof, post like Bible discussion videos on YouTube, right? And then he when you remember when the iceberg stuff was really big, where at first there was like those 4chan posts where it was like an iceberg. It was like the conspiracy iceberg. And at the top of the iceberg, it was like, you know, the moon landing didn't happen. Holocaust was fake. You know, shit like that. The Bigfoot, you know, it's the stuff everybody's heard about. And then at the bottom, it's like, microbots in the cheese make your balls fall off, so you become a gay furry a Manchurian candidate to assassinate the president. That was at like the bottom of the iceberg. So it got like deeper and deeper, like more obscure stuff. So those videos got really popular. And so this guy who is doing like Bible study video, like he was a Sunday school teacher making Bible study videos on YouTube. He decided to do an iceberg video about like obscure horror movies or something, and it went super viral and got like a billion views or something, and that launched his whole career. And then he partnered up with Meat Canyon, and now he's like the CEO of some kind of media company or some shit. It's like his ass completely took off out of nowhere, a complete what do you call it, dark horse. And that's the guy whose spot I took.
Hell yeah. That's you, man. That's your destiny.
Well, do you think I should like rewind, delete everything, and start posting like Bible study videos? Is that what you're saying?
Just get your start.
Or do you think I need to try to bring back iceberg videos? Because now whenever I stumble upon an iceberg video, I'm just like, yeah, this format is dead. There's nothing going back here. So which one of those paths are you implying I ought to embark down?
You should make your own path, the path that you're on right now.
So I need to. Are you saying I need to find what the new trend is and try to get lucky and ride that wave like Wendy Goon did, or make my own iceberg? Make your own iceberg.
Make your own iceberg. I think you're doing it. I think you're on top of it.
Well, we're not doing anything new. We're streaming political takes and being white guys on our own podcast. Like we're not breaking any new ground here. We're kind of we're on the path most traveled. I'm pretty sure it said that in the Bible somewhere.
I think you're right.
About what?
About the path less traveled.
No, most traveled. We're on the path most traveled right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know how many podcasts there are right now? There's a lot.
So many.
And there used to be so few that fucking Mark Maron's podcast was the top out of all of them. Do you even know who Mark Maron is?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, we did a video about him, so you should. But anyway, I'm sorry to take the floor from you for too long. It sounded like you had something really important to bring up. What was it?
No, I'm just coasting, bro. I'm spent.
Yeah, that's not how this works, buddy. That's not how this works, buddy. You got to give me something. Yeah. Give me something. Tell me something you did today. Did you help an old lady across the street? Did you go grocery shopping? Did you scratch your ass? Give me fucking something, dog. I'm out here fucking drowning in shit. Man. Talking about Bible study time on YouTube. You can give me fucking something, dude. I don't know. Are you getting any bitches recently? Have you delved back into Magic the Gathering? Give me fucking something here, dude. Give me a damn olive branch or something here, bro. I don't know, any new video games on the horizon?
You say olive branch. I actually went to Olive Garden today.
Oh my God. I thought you're always complaining about how, you look at yourself in the mirror and go, oh my God, I'm so fat. I'm such a fat fuck. Like you're literally like a third of the average American male's weight. And you're always complaining about you're a fat fuck. And then you tell me you went to Olive Garden. What'd you get? I bet it wasn't infinite salad. Was it infinite salad? Is that what you went to Olive Garden for?
No.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
The Zuppa Toscana.
I don't know what the fuck that is. What the hell is that?
Yeah, you do. You work there, fucker.
But I know it's one of the soups, but I don't know which one it is because I only got the one with the pasta in the soup. That's the only soup I ever ate, was the one with the macaroni in it.
It's the one with the potatoes and the sausage.
Oh, yeah, but I don't fuck with white soup.
It's really good.
Anyway, you got one of the white soups because you're weird. Okay, continue. What else?
Yeah, just chicken parmesan, but I didn't. I stayed away from the spaghetti.
Chicken parm?
Too much carbs,
I don't know. I've never gone to a place and liked the chicken parm. Like I've had it there because like you said, I worked there, but I don't. Bad. It's basically just like a fry. It's fried chicken with pasta sauce on it. I don't get why anybody likes the chicken parm.
Yeah, it's really simple. It's not anything crazy, but
and the thing everybody talks about, the tour of Italy, that sucks. It's like a little square of lasagna that tastes like it came out of the microwave. It probably does. I don't know. I didn't work in the kitchen that much. And then what else comes on it? Like a little bit of fettuccine Alfredo. What the fuck is the other thing in the tour of Italy? Like a meatball? Anyway, that shit sucks.
Yeah, like a meatball.
Anybody out there who hasn't been to Olive Garden, the carbonara is what you get, dude. That carbonara or whatever. That's what. Or during the wintertime when they have the infinite pasta, you get I don't know. Wintertime, they don't do this. I think it's the springtime. I don't know. Whenever they have the deep fried crispy ravioli, that's what it's pasta stretched around a piece of cheese that they pop in the deep fryer, and then you get sauce and meat put over that, dude. Because if you go to Olive Garden, you're basically doing self-harm when you go to Olive Garden. You're trying to make it hurt. You're eating shit you're getting deep fried pasta made with American GMO grains. You might as well be cutting across the road on your wrist, bro. You're trying to hurt. You're getting infinite rubber bread. You're trying to hurt yourself. You go to Olive Garden. There's some kind of demons you're trying to exercise,
bro. Yeah,
Yeah, like when I worked there, if you've ever worked in a restaurant, you basically just, pour water out of a dirty trash can all over the floor and just wait for it to rush down the drains. That's how you clean the kitchen of a restaurant. And when the third world migrants that we hired to work there would clean the ground, and they would throw dirty trash water all over the kitchen, and it would pool up because the drains were clogged with hair and grease and whatever the fuck makes the bread. When the little khaki bread missiles that we would serve to the audience in the little bread baskets, when they would soak, you would think that bread sitting in water would get like soft and mushy, kind of like a, have you ever dunked an Oreo in some milk and it gets soft or whatever? You would think bread would do the same thing. This bread would sit there and float on top of the water and like barely absorb any of it and never break down. It looked like little rubber duckies. It looked like little rubber duckies floating around in the water, dude. That shit. And also
like white birds or something.
The breadsticks, before they cooked them, I swear, they came in pallets wrapped in plastic, and they were gray. They were gray until they rubbed I say butter, but it's liquid. It's some kind of forever liquid, yellow paste. It's not butter,
it's liquid.
It's a yellow paste that they brush on it with the same brush that they use to paint the walls in the motherfucker. They brush that shit on there and then put it in the oven, and then it looks like bread after it comes out of the metal box, the oven. Then it looks like bread once it comes out, but it's gray when it starts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not one of my favorite places to go, but
And you went there to get chicken parm, dude. That's just,
I know.
That's just sad,
Pretty
dog.
wild.
But even though I saw behind the curtain and saw that they were gray loaves of rubber chemicals or whatever the fuck, at the end of the night, when like all the customers had left and there was still a bunch of them sitting in the little the reverse cooler drawer that they were in, I would still pop like 4 or 5 of those motherfuckers while I was cleaning up. Let's be real.
I'm sure.
Because they just melt.
I'm sure.
They just melt and melt. Whatever demon magic they put in that yellow syrup they brush onto the little gray logs before they put it in the hot box, it works. It is magic. It's probably some kind of what do you call it? Necromancy. It's some kind of necromancy, but it's magic. It does work.
For bread, yeah.
It does work. That's the job I had when the damn pandemic started. You remember that?
Yeah.
Weren't you still working as a gambler when the pandemic started? I was fucking at the Olive Garden.
A dealer?
A dealer, yeah.
A dealer?
Well,
you had just started. I was still a dealer in Vegas. I was back and forth, and I had moved back for a little while. And I lived in those condos right next to Olive Garden. And
that was while I was working there, right? While I was working at Olive Garden, or was that after I quit?
Right before you got your new job. Yeah.
Well, I left that job I won't say the name of it since we've got eavesdroppers, but no, I left that job for my first job in my current field, not this job. That was several jobs ago that I left Olive Garden.
Yeah.
That was several jobs ago.
Right.
But I mean, and then I returned later to the restaurant industry, and it's so weird working behind the scenes because like a restaurant kitchen, I've been to a hospital, but I've never worked at a hospital. Restaurant kitchen is like got to be one of the top 6 nastiest fucking places on earth. Like it's a miracle people don't just die the second they eat at any restaurant ever. It's truly fucking horrific.
Yeah, I know.
Even at like the good ones, like the good chain one, it's still fucking horrific. The only one's probably not horrific. Oh, I guess I don't know because I never worked there. But like apparently McDonald's is ran like a fucking concentration camp. Where like you're not even checking the meat to see if it's cooked right. It's on a timer. You have the specific slicing of the meat. You put it on the grill and there's a timer. The fries, timer. The drinks, no, you don't even hold the cup under like the dispenser or whatever. You put it on a conveyor belt and it has the drink orders on it and it runs through a conveyor belt to get it perfect. You ever drink a Coke from McDonald's? You ever had a Coca-Cola from McDonald's? Yeah. You know how the Coca-Cola at McDonald's is more crispy than anywhere else? Or have you not noticed that? Or you haven't noticed that?
I mean, like I haven't eaten at McDonald's for a while, but yeah.
Okay, he's health conscious. For the rest of us fucking goy slop consumers out there, McDonald's has the best soda. You know why? Because they actually follow the manufacturer specifications for the soda. Shit other places don't even care about. If you've ever had a fountain drink at a gas station, it tastes like ass. Because a crackhead is just putting on a bag of goy syrup onto the soda machine before it gets shit out into your styrofoam cup. McDonald's actually puts it in the proper like metal tube containers, puts it through, cleans the shit off it. So they're kind of like the poster child for disgusting fast food, goy slop garbage, but they actually came from the roots. If you've ever seen, go check out this movie. It's got Michael Keaton in it. The founder... Go watch The Founder. It actually comes from the roots of this very organized, I think they were brothers or something, put it together to make this perfect system to make these like quick little burgers. And I feel like they've actually kept that through and through. But like a real expensive sit down place, it's ran by people you would not want to hang out with. I mean, people like the likes of me were back there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really don't want to fuck with that. But
yeah.
That's what you got. How was it like when you were a restaurant boy? When you were a restaurant fella? How was it like for you?
I mean, well, I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to kitchens. I mean, I've seen some nice kitchens that were, most places I would eat at, right? But I've seen some nasty fucking kitchens, bro. And it's hard to keep a kitchen clean just because of like what you have to, like all the food that gets in corners, and the best kitchens are the ones that will wash the whole floor of the kitchen with a hose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you did that, and I'm sure they probably did, but you take a hose and you have to spray that motherfucker. Every corner, every area. At the end of the night, you squeegee all the water in the drains, and you pick up all that nasty food that's just
at the bar / restaurant I worked at, they used a pressure washer.
Right, you got to keep it clean.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't do that, forget it. Forget it.
Yeah, dude, it gets rough. In fact, I won't say the name of the place, but at the bar I worked at, somebody said that they worked at the Irish cuisine place that you worked at, and said that one time the grease traps or something like that got stuck, or I don't know, there's some kind of crawl space or something between a part of the kitchen and some other part of, I don't know. There's some kind of enclave that it was hard to clean. And eventually some manager or something had sent her over there to like pry it open and clean it. And apparently this place, this little section in the Irish restaurant was so hard to get to that when she finally popped it open, the smell was so bad from, I guess, the years of like grease and just rotten crumbs of shit getting in there that multiple people got like ill from the smell and ran out, and they had to like take a break before because when that shit gets so compacted, like it was something to do with some kind of grease trap or some kind of drainage trough or something like that it was years and years of built up this shit in there. Oh, let me take note of the spot in the recording they're at so I can censor this so I can ask you the name. I'll bleep her name. Yeah. Did you ever work with at the Irish place? Did you ever work with does that ring a bell? Red hair?
Maybe.
Probably close to your age?
Because a lot of people, if I had to see her face.
Well, apparently she was there for a long time.
Yeah, I might have worked with her. I'm not, like I said, it's tough to know.
Yeah.
It's tough to know.
Because I was wondering, maybe you knew, like, I mainly asked you that. I want to say maybe you were there when that happened.
Early 2000s, man, like, or like mid 2000s, like after high school. I think I got my job. I think it was one of my first jobs.
Yeah.
2004, 2005, something like that.
Damn. So I would have been like 4 years old or something.
Yeah.
Because you were about 17 when I was born. Because, your birthday's before mine. So, you would have been about 17 when I was born. So, that lines up. That lines up. our fucking old Daddy-O likes to talk about, well, the specific location you worked at isn't open anymore. It's also the name of it. But back in the day when you used to work at Ruby Tuesdays, back when they allowed smoking inside.
Really young then.
That's great. I know, but
Yeah,
you're like,
really
you're not old. I mean, you're older than I am, but you're not old. And back when you were
Not
working
old
there, they
yet.
allowed smoking indoors.
Which is wild, yeah.
Is that ever weird to you that you were
Dad used
alive
with
during
his
that
friends. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like, like Dad and his best buddy used to smoke cigars, and people hated that. And they let him do it,
era? Yeah.
and which is crazy, So
Because, yeah, back in the day, you used to be able to post up in the mall in the Ruby Tuesdays and the places. But, yeah, I'm just gonna smoke a big old stogie right here in this public area with no ventilation. I'm just going to blow smoke rings on your face, dumbass. Get over it. Or like planes had smoking sections. Yeah, the old you ever watch Dice Man?
oh yeah.
You watch that? He's like, how are we gonna be in the same plane? You got a smoking section. We're in a fucking tube. We're in a big fucking tube, man. That's another guy who he took a chance on something, kind of like Wendigoon. It's like the whole Dice Man thing. He wasn't always Dice Man. Because that's not his real name. That was like a character he did, like labeled, like Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
It was just a character he did that took off way more than he did. Same thing with whatever Larry the Cable Guy's name is. That dude's not actually like a redneck or whatever. That was a character he did that took off more than he ever fucking did. Do you think that could be?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You think that could be your strategy? Are you gonna do like some character work for the
do a
rum-dum
persona?
experience?
That's not a bad idea. Persona's not a bad idea, not at all.
What do you think it would be for
that's
you?
kind of part of you, but then you accentuate.
What do you think it would be for you?
I would play into this unk energy, weird
Conspiracy unk
pop
brain?
off. Yeah, like popping off, yeah. I don't know, man. Something like that.
Yeah. Do you think you would try to, like, since you would be kind of doing a character, do you think you would try to punch yourself up? Like, if you were looking at your content like a script, you would try to punch it up and make it like a more informed, more intelligent version of yourself? Or would you try to not go full retard, but maybe go half send retard and try to make yourself?
No, I think
retarded?
I would play into the rage. I would play into the theatrical,
You would be a
I
lol
would be a
cow.
goofball.
You would try to lol
I'd be a
cowify yourself.
raging goofball. I'd be a raging goofball.
Okay,
I'd
so
be a raging
like a
goofball.
fun, entertaining version of, I don't know, iDubbbz, The Quartering, Tim Pool's kind of getting to that level where he's just embarrassing, kind of be a better version of those lol cows, or did you have something different in mind?
I don't think they're good frameworks. I don't think they're good frameworks.
Yeah, I agree, but that's the best I could come up with the sort of unk energy lol
I
cow.
wouldn't even use that kind of framework. Yeah.
Okay, who did you have in mind then? What's your picture of Dorian Gray that you're gonna let consume you as you build your persona?
Wonderfully said.
I'm gonna need a
I don't
real
know, I'm
I'm
still
gonna need a
working on
real
it.
answer on that. By the way, I'm gonna need a real answer on
I'm
that.
still working on it.
Okay. Because I
Because,
struggle with
I mean-
with that too, with my wannabe reality TV producer brain. So on the one hand,
Yeah.
I kind of want to. Well, I kind of don't mind putting myself in the the punching bag position, being the lol cow. But when I look at people that do that, it usually doesn't transform into money. Like other people make money off of them, making fun of them, felting them, destroying them, shit like that. But the money doesn't really get to them usually. So it's like, yeah, I don't mind being the fodder for the joke, but it's like, I don't know if it's not really a good money move. Unless you also have your finger in the pie of the people making fun of you. But then you kind of have to have a whole cinematic universe in network. So I don't think that's really the best move. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. I think whatever. Sometimes I see you, on the podcast, and you're kind of coming up with a good persona that that I think you're doing a good job.
How would you describe
especially when you're doing?
what are the differences between IRL and my persona? What do you think?
Uh, Usually, like especially in certain occasions, you're very reserved. Actually, strangely enough, I know people wouldn't believe that, but you're kind of reserved. You hold back your rebuttals around people you don't know, which is smart. You don't try to seek attention. You're not like that. Oh, I want the center of attention. Like I'm more of that guy. I'm more like, oh, look at me. I'm the center of attention. I want to crack a funny joke. You're more like, nah, I'm not going to talk to you. I don't know you.
Yeah, because I don't know, because like in real life, being the center of attention doesn't really. I mean, what the fuck am I going to do with that? But when I try to do this, yeah, it's like I take my internal monologue. I'm basically just saying my internal monologue and actually just saying it. Because in real life, absolutely felting strangers doesn't really get you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, oh, wow, that's really nice. Okay, that's
what
wonderful.
About that guy you work with, man? You felt at him.
Well, he's just so literally he just gets all like pissed off just at like seeing me. So it's just funny. And he's an asshole about it, so I don't care. Like he's just trying to be mean and embarrass me. So it's like, well, okay, if we're in this game, even though you're going to be a little whiny baby back bitch about it, like, whatever, I'll play the game. He's literally a cry bully. You know, that's a new internet term now. Do you know what a cry bully is?
That makes so much sense. Like, yeah, you're acting like a victim, and then you're able to, since you're be able to do that, you're able to like infringe, control people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a cry bully is like, so imagine some guy's at a bar, he walks up to you and you're like, hey man, you're just a little bitch. What are you gonna do if I do this? And he starts like pushing you on the shoulder, like calling you names and like lightly. Actually, no. Actually, it's even more. But imagine some guy at the bar is just calling you a bitch, saying whatever, being mean to you, just saying nasty shit, not touching you at all, just saying nasty shit to you. Like, all right, enough is enough. He's talking all this shit to you, and you punch him. Then when you punch him, guess what? He calls the cops. He calls his buddies. He yells over to the bartender. So he instigates the shit, and then whenever you actually like retaliate or whatever, now it's like, oh my god, guys, he just punched me. Isn't this fucked up? Like that's what a cry bully is. They do all this shit and think it's all funny, think it's a game, talk shit. People. And then once you stand up in any sort of context, and it's like, oh my god, did you see what this guy did? He just did this to me. And they're not wrong. You shouldn't just punch people in the face, but they did all this shit and then ignore that they treated you like shit to end up and that they provoked this.
Absolutely.
That's what a cry bully is, and that's what this fucking guy is that we talked about at work. He's a cry bully. He's a fucking cry bully. Can't take a joke.
That's a great way to describe it. I hate motherfuckers like that. Like I run into, like, the games I play, I run into people like that. They'll start talking shit to me, and I'm just like, I'll respond in funny ways that are more neutral and just kind of funny. But then they like just go like, I'm like I don't know, just start talk so much shit, and then like I'll fuck with them real hard, and then they act like they're the victim, and I'm like, don't even, dude, don't. It's just but it's a normal formula that they follow, and as soon as they play victim, I don't give a fuck. Like, you just have to turn it off. You don't, it's like, yeah, fuck you. Like, just own it. That's the true thing that you should do. As soon as someone tries to play victim, even though, don't try to explain it. That doesn't work. Don't try to defend yourself. You're the one. No, you're the one that started. No. Because that gets into that. Just own it. Yeah, fuck you. You're a little bitch. You deserve it.
Yes, dude.
Like, that's the best way to do it, is just to own it. Because don't sit there and try to reason with them, because they're not being reasonable. They're gaslighting, pretty much. So just own it. Like,
you could also continue on your thought.
Well, I just want to say is, if when you own it, it leaves them totally defenseless, because they only get leverage when you're the one that says, "Oh my God, you're right. I'm so sorry." Like, they either want to get you, "I'm sorry" from you, or they want you to start you to defend yourself. That you're trying to fight for the moral high ground. Yeah. But they just created that artificially.
Yeah.
So when you own it, it keeps them defenseless. They're like, oh, because you're not ashamed. They want to shame you, but you're not shameable. So it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's like when Nick Fuentes on Pierce Morgan, he's like, you shouldn't make jokes about the Holocaust. What? Too soon? Like it's literally that kind of shit where it just doesn't like
because he's not ashamed.
like
so
if you show someone like evidence of them doing something like really embarrassing or immoral or whatever the context is, and it's like, yeah, that's me. I like to dress up like a cat girl maid and get my balls stomped on. Like, yeah, I like that shit. Like then it takes away it takes away everything you have. You know, like,
yeah.
Hey, here's this picture of you at a furry convention.
I guess you're a homophobe. Like, what, you're a homophobe now? I thought you loved everyone, Piers Morgan. Like, exactly. And then he's like, oh, whoopsies. You know? Wait, because then he'll try to defend himself. Yeah,
because he did go on a date with like a cat boy or whatever. We talked about I just made that up as like a horseshit hypothetical. I was like, oh wait, yeah, he did go on a date with like a cat girl or whatever.
Yeah, he actually did that.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So many people in daily life try to do that shit, or they try to like fuck with you, and it's just like, all right, you kind of have to be a little sped. You kind of have to go sped mode and just not engage.
Have that wit about you. You gotta know the formula. You gotta know the game. Like I'll tell you. I'm trying to remember how this went with me and this guy I was playing online with. He was a teammate of mine. He just wanted to talk shit to me. At first, I thought it was funny because he was like, anyway, we were talking and he said some shit. And I said some shit back to him. I was like, well, I fucked your girl. And I was like, I was like, well, which one? And he was like, and then I was like, well, as long as you paid and they give me 20%, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And he just didn't know what the fuck to say.
Yeah.
And he was like, well then, you're a little bitch. You're a little bitch. And like, he was just like, you smell funny. You know, like, it's just like, he wasn't able to. I was like, dude, I'm running circles around you, bro. I was like, hey man, I was like, show me. I was like, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna prove to you I'm not a little bitch. And he's like, okay, sure. And we're all in a team, right?
Yeah.
And so we hear some gunfire off in the distance. I was like, all right, let's go fuck these guys up. They're like, all right, we're gonna see how much of a bitch you are. So they go to fight that team. I go and leave an extract, and they die, and I fucking leave. I'm like, fuck you. Like, so I just fuck them up. Yeah. Fuck you. So I create a ruse for them, and I let them hang themselves.
That's funny, you know? Shit, dude. Dude, we get over.
That was just an instance, right? Where I felt like
yeah. Over on the gaming channel, we get so fucking mean to each other, dude. There's just so many clips on there of us just being so nasty, bro. Getting all like pissed off when someone's not paying attention, or our fucking middle-aged coworker, he's damn a 15-pack of Bud Light deep, trying to light a cigarette while we're in the middle of a gunfight, dude. We get nasty, bro, but it's fun. It's fun as shit, dude. I don't know,
dude. I had a fucking We gotta start playing some Arc Raiders, bro, for real.
I tried to tell you we need to do gaming content. Like, no, I think you need to stick with your Fortnite buddies. You just can't rely on me, bro.
That's not true. I've been wanting to get you to play Arc Raiders forever, dude.
No, I'm talking about doing gaming content. Talking about gaming content.
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, I've been wanting you to play Arc Raiders forever. So whatever.
Yeah, it's just whenever I get on, I don't know.
You said you want to play Fortnite, so
I don't know.
Hey, all good.
Whenever I get on Arc Raiders, nothing happens. Like, I know you call me a fucking chud for saying nothing happens. Whenever I get on Arc Raiders, nothing happens on Arc Raiders. But I'd be down to find some games to play. I'd be down to find some games.
There is a on Arc Raiders. It's been confirmed, and it's well known, well documented that if you're just starting out, you will be in friendly lobbies. And so the more PvP you do, the more PvP lobbies you'll.
Bro, I'm getting fucking deja vu because we've had this conversation multiple times where I was playing with a dude who's like deep into the game. He plays it all the fucking time. So shouldn't at least some of that rub off on me when I get on there, that our lobby should be more aggressive?
You're the bar. You're the frustrator.
Oh,
since
it's like
you
a weakest
don't have
link
enough
type
experience. Shit. Or in the game, it probably has, and your just experience probably just was that way, you know. But trust me, dude, that game pops the fuck off. Like it's almost too much in some degree. It's too much in sometimes. So
I would want to do like if the two of us were going to do gaming content. I think something that would be really fun would be the way the gaming channel Pause Snack Continue does it. Have you ever seen them?
No, what's that?
Okay, well, first off, before you get into that, this delay must be crazy because I'll like ask a question and so like 3 seconds till I hear you answer. So like, goddamn, I don't know if it's
It
your
does seem.
internet or
I
what.
think it is crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
just keep
I
that
don't
in
know.
mind when
I
we're
just
talking.
got
The
done
delay is
uploading, so
crazy. Yeah, keep that in mind. The delay is
yeah,
crazy.
it's
So if
the
I'm cutting
delay's
you
pretty
off,
low.
I probably started talking before you did, but the delay is just wild.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no worries. No worries. Yeah.
so what they do, I think they're actually in their studio together. Whoever these guys are, pause and that continue. I don't know. There's some guys that do gaming or whatever. Anyway, so like it's kind of like back when you were a kid or whatever, when you would have to share like an Xbox with somebody and it would be your turn playing and the other guys just kind of like talking shit, and that's how their channel is. Where the two dudes are just like talking shit and riffing, having a good time while one of them's playing the game. So it's almost like the OG like, couch chilling console experience. I think that would be fun. Where I would like stream to you on Discord or something. Maybe we would just be riffing while we're playing a game. I think that would be pretty good content for the gaming channel to, maybe siphon some people off to the podcast. That might work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when some of
I
these like
like it.
weird little games come out that might only be popular for a week, but they might be really popular for that week. And so we could get some eyeballs from that to bring them into the Rum Dum ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
And then also,
Oh, yeah.
so, well, I guess we kind of talked about this behind the scenes and a little bit before the thing. When we start streaming more often, right? When we start,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to rebrand. If like all of our stuff is streaming and we stick with the original plan where basically we film it live for the kick people, and then I chop it up and edit it for the Spotify and YouTube audiences, instead of calling it the Rum Dum Podcast, if we're doing more like streaming stuff, we do more gaming stuff over on the gaming channel,
Mm-hmm.
I would just call it Rum Dum, right? Just cut off
Right.
podcast or live or whatever, just call it Rum Dum. And then that would be like our whole network, kind of like how they have the Law Cow network Keemstar started. I don't know if you know who the fuck Keemstar is. Big internet fellow. But yeah, how they have like the MCU. We could have the RDCU, the Rum Dum Cinematic Universe. Anyway, do you think I'm off base with
I
that?
dig it.
What do
I
you
dig
think
it.
about that plan for the future of our empire? What
Not
kind of
at
input do
all.
you
I think
have?
I want. Well, I want to move to more live streaming. I think that our show is more organic. It's more eclectic. Because, and I think that because we're selling our personalities, and I think that our we should do more live streams. I just think that our sort of programming or format is better suited for that. Yeah.
Well, the only reason we didn't do it tonight, recording this, is I want to do some stuff with some graphics for the to kind of clue people in when they watch the YouTube stuff. That's where most of our traffic comes, is YouTube. That when they see it, they'll know that this is edited from another broadcast, to kind of, because some different platforms kind of have rules against drawing people away. So I have a couple plans of graphics I want to put together to not, trip any of the clanker sensors, being like, oh, they're pulling content off of the platform, whatever. But to let them know,
Yeah.
oh, okay, we need to check in further. Click the link tree, whatever platform you're seeing this on. Click the link tree in the bio of the platform, fellas, if you want to see more. Because
Hell
we've
yeah.
had people tune in, say they like the show. Saw someone say
Well,
they were going to put their fellas on it. Yes, people have said that in the comments, that they like the show.
hell yeah. That'd be awesome.
They said they were going to put the fellas on. Where the fellas
Fellas
are
on.
remains to be seen.
Hell yeah.
And also the benefit of Kick, even though, yeah, it's like wild and crazy, it's like the Wild West of streaming or whatever. Once you get to a certain point, they just straight up pay an hourly wage. Once you get into the partner program, you get an hourly wage. I think other places literally just like your super chats or subscriptions or all that. But I think they pay like a straight up by the hour.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I would eventually want to grow past that. I wouldn't want to be like Baked Alaska or whatever the fuck, where he's just sitting there.
Alaska.
Well, it used to be, I don't know, I might be getting multiple guys confused, but I swear there used to be, back in like the 2016 Culture War era, There was a guy named Based Alaska. I wonder if it's the same guy, but he like turned lib or something. I don't know. I really don't know. Because there's a whole laundry list of like has-been influencers that are, they're like sub lol cow status. Like you remember Only Use Me Blade? Do you remember him?
No, I don't.
He was this guy like back in the day, probably like 2010s era, like Obama era internet. He was playing Call of Duty, and his name Only Use Me Blade was because he would just like run around trolling people because he was so good. He could just run around meleeing people to death, hitting them with a knife instead of a gun, like trolling people. And I saw like apparently his alcohol usage got to the point where they had like the doctors had to cut his toes off. And then like the cops got called on him and his mom or something that he lives with. And like the cops shut off his live stream. It's just like an end of an era for these like old YouTube personalities to where their whole ecosystem has collapsed in on itself and it's just over.
Mm-hmm.
The only people still from that era making it are the damn you remember that guy that would like walk into Walmart and be like you know what I'm talking about? It was dude who was also doing like commentary shit. And he's just insane. Like he's got like 100 cats. He would do like weird trolling videos and like rage about back when like the console wars were in full swing, when everybody on YouTube was like, oh, Xbox guys are gay. Oh, PlayStation guys are stupid. Oh, you really need to be on PC. Like he was back in that area, and now he's just like a crazy dude on Twitter talking about like his 50 cats and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you ever delve into, well, because were you like big on the internet ecosystem back in like I feel like the Obama era internet was a very specific time. Like Obama era feels like a very distinct era of pop culture and the internet. 2000, when did he get elected? 8, and then Trump won in 16. Yeah, that 8-year gap of Trump's term, I feel like is a very concrete segment of American and world culture. Kind of like when you have the different levels in the stone or whatever, like, oh, this is the Paleolithic era, the Jurassic era. Obama era is a very specific collection of years in history that has a certain vibe. Were you around on the internet in that era, in the internet
I'm
culture?
sure I was, but I don't... what was I doing? I was in a band. I did a lot of band shit. I was recording music a lot. I'm thinking around Obama, MySpace was big. I mean, Facebook was still big, but something called MySpace was big.
I think it ended. That's where I think its popularity ended in there. Let me see when. Let me do a little fact check. MySpace era. I think that ended during the Obama years. MySpace era. Let's see. I'm looking it up off screen. So people say it was roughly around 2005 to 2011. So pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Yeah. So in 2007 and 8, it was considered the leading social networking site. So it started around the beginning of the Obama era and ended probably in the middle of it. So,
yeah, because that's where musicians were putting their music up, and people
Dave
people's pages and shit.
Dan Cook or whatever, Dave Cook, whatever that guy. You remember that was like the biggest comedian there was Dave Cook or whatever his name was.
Yeah,
Tom Cook.
Yeah,
whatever that guy's name was. But yeah, so I started watching a show recently that started. I think it started around let me give this a goog. The Obama era, because like everybody had like the flip phones and shit. Hold on, let me look up. Yeah. I'm talking about the Blacklist. It's a show our dad likes. They're saying it started in 2003. Okay, so right at the end of the Obama era. Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of like if someone took like James Bond type shit, CIA, FBI, KGB kind of stuff, and took that kind of world building concept and married it with the police procedural thriller where there's a different murder every week, but instead it's a different like James Bond villain every week doing crazy covert criminal operations. Kind of the same thing there.
Yeah.
And there's like a very soap opera-y character drama arcs that happen every season. We're like, oh, this person's actually a spy. Oh, is this person so-and-so's dad? Is this branch of the government going to get attacked by this dirty branch of the government? And in it, they had this thing that it kind of reminds me of the shit that's going on with like the Epstein files or whatever, the fight over that. There's this plot device in like the first couple seasons called the Fulcrum, where it's this big collection of like blackmail documents that different elements of the American government and different foreign governments don't want to come out because different people are going to get in trouble if this blackmail document comes out, you know, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, damn, bruh. Another show, I know I've told you about it before, but there's this show that came out called Happy, which on paper, it's like really ridiculous. Where if anybody doesn't know, it's made by the guy who made the Crank movies. The director of those crazy fucking movies made this shit. Where there's this cop who ends up being a dirty cop, and all of a sudden he starts seeing this blue unicorn. Turns out it's his damn estranged daughter. He didn't know he had his imaginary friend who's real, and she's kidnapped, and he's got to do all this crazy shit to save her. Anyway, this wild, off the walls show. Zany action, violent stuff happening. But it stopped around, I don't know, 2017, 2018. And one of the main bad guys had a big ass room where he kept videotapes of blackmail of rich and powerful people doing really weird sexual violent stuff. So in exchange for these weird sexual fantasies, which he would capture on blackmail, he then had his fingers on all these pies to control, you know, the media and governments and lawyers and stuff like this. And he worked in the media. His last name was Scheinberg. His last name was Scheinberg. He worked with interdimensional demons. He worked with interdimensional demons to control the media and the government and all this shit. And then that show got canceled. Like, I don't know. Kind of weird.
Yeah, bro.
Kind of weird.
A lot of writers, you know, that come up with these shows and movies, they fucking do their research. They know what they're talking about. You know,
It was almost like that character was literally like a combination of like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, and then for some reason they made him like really fruity. It's like a really fruity hybrid of Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. And that was like the main bad guy for that show before it got canceled. R.I.P. Happy. I really like that show. I'm sad it got canceled.
Yeah,
it didn't survive.
Oh, well.
It was too based.
They flew too close to the sun, man. They had to get canceled.
They literally had an arc in the show where the main character was fighting this like organized crime gang of Hasidic Jews in New York. Like that was literally an arc in the show.
Whoa.
That was literally one of the story arcs of the show where he was fighting, I guess it was an organized crime.
Now I want
Hasidic gang.
Show.
Yeah, and the second, the Hasidic gang was one of the.
It was hard to track
them
because they have all the tunnels beneath their synagogues and shit.
That was before that information got leaked to the public, so no, there was no tunnels. There was no tunnels. Oh man, yeah, I missed that show so much. But you've seen the Crank movies, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the guy that directed those, he made those, the Happy series. That's kind of the zany vein of bright neon colors and just absurd violence. But it also delves in like the supernatural and like weird conspiracy brain shit. Well, obviously, it's about a cabal of Satan worshiping child molesters that control the world government. That's literally one of the evil factions. So I mean, it's definitely conspiracy brained like in that world. And like, you know, spoiler alert, like the supernatural, it's not just like implied that these people worship devils. Like no, the supernatural is explicitly like revealed in the show and it exists, and you know, demons are corrupting these people. So I don't know. I just think that world was so cool and it got abandoned because they flew a little too close to the sun with the Epstein type shit.
Yes,
So-
they did.
They flew a little too close to the sun and got their
was that a
sci-fi show
Netflix
canceled.
exclusive?
No,
Was that Netflix?
it was a cable show. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel. It was a Sci-Fi Channel exclusive.
Wow.
Yeah,
oh,
but
it was sci-fi.
yeah, it's on
Wow.
Netflix now, or at least that's where I watched it. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but yeah, it was a Sci-Fi original. It was and when you watch the show, especially the second season, you're going like, how the fuck was this a cable original? When you watch the second season, like, how
Bro, the
fuck?
Sci-Fi Channel had some cool shit. They had some cool TV shows. For sure.
Yeah, like I really liked. I never finished it, but I really liked Z Nation. Did you ever hear that?
Yeah. That's cool.
That shit was cool. Didn't they
It was-
do one of the Dune series? I heard people hated it, but they did one of the Dune series.
Yeah, but it was closer to the novel, and yeah,
I
some
heard people didn't
liked
like it
because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a Dune fan, and I thought it was okay, but it was cool to watch because it was closer to the novels, and it was elongated. Again, they had not only did they the first book, but they did like the second book and the third book. That's why people wanted to watch it, because they got to see the books.
Yeah.
Not all of the books, but a couple more. It was pretty cool.
But yeah, definitely. After all the time I've tried to get you to watch Happy, because it's like one of my favorite shows, the second I say, oh yeah, the bad guys in one of the story arcs were Jews, you're like, oh hell, hold on, I gotta track this show down. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Woo!
So, yeah, and I had dude, it's just, yeah, that's one of my favorite shows of all time. It only lasted for 2 seasons, but that's legitimately one of my favorite shows of all time. Is Happy. It's got the dude from a Law and Order Special Victims Unit, Chris Maloney. Do you know who that is? He's the main guy. He's the main character.
Isn't he? Is he the same guy that is the lead in the sci-fi show that I like, The Expanse? The detective?
I haven't seen The Expanse, but
Hold on. Let me. Maybe I'm tripping. Let me see. Happy.
I don't think so, but I don't. His name is Chris Maloney. His name is Chris Maloney.
Show, lead.
His name is Chris Maloney.
I have to see a picture of him.
I'm just saying, type in Chris Maloney.
Yeah, Chris. He's in. He's in Firefly. I think.
Is he?
Like, let me see his IMDb.
I'm looking up his IMDb right now. I'm not putting it on screen.
Yeah,
I'm just
he
going
was
to
in
read it.
Man of Steel, Harold Kumar. Okay.
He was in the Oz. He was in I Am Wrath, Wet Hot American Summer, Running Away, Marauders.
Huh.
He was in Small Time, Dirty Movie. It looks like most of this guy's career has been absolute dog shit movies. It looks like most of the shit he's been in was absolute dog. Oh, he was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's a good one.
Las Vegas.
But it looks like
Okay,
most of the
that's a high
shit
point.
he's been in is just shit straight out of a butt. Most of his career, unfortunately.
He's
Most
in
of
The Handmaid's Tale.
I've
Twilight Zone.
heard the Veep
American
is good.
Dad,
He was in
Cult Leader
Dinosaurs, the
voice.
puppet show. He was a voice in Dinosaurs. That's crazy. Oh, he was in that movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant, Junior.
No, he was
He
not.
was in that
oh my
movie.
god, he was. 1994. Oh my god.
Oh, what even? I gotta watch that movie because now, if that movie came out now, people would say it's woke slop, but it came out in '94, so it's, so
Yeah.
you gotta watch
So
that.
it was a gag. It was a total gag,
Oh my god.
Anyway. With Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito's in it, right?
Yeah, and Danny
Your
DeVito is
boy.
also in a movie with Schwarzenegger where they were twin brothers somehow. You remember that?
Yeah,
I never
sounds
saw it, but I heard
No,
about
I
it.
don't know. I don't even know what that one was, but
It was called Twins.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Weird.
I'm just so pissed off that show got canceled, dude. I'm mad. I'm fucking mad. Yeah,
Enraged.
this whole
You're
thing,
enraged.
this whole thing brought up my fucking my vitriol towards whoever's fault it was that Happy got canceled. I'm pissed off.
Well, I'm
dude.
sure whoever runs the media,
Yeah, whoever's in charge of the media did not like season 2.
No, they didn't.
Which so in the I guess I'll spoil it a little bit. I guess they tried to appease them. They had like an arc where they tracked down a lead and found out that he was kind of forced into going into a retirement home, even though he wasn't that old. They wanted to like quash this guy, so they forced him to go into hiding in a retirement home. And it turns out it was like a Nazi retirement home. So, spoiler alert, they get into a big epic battle with about 100 geriatric Nazis. Like, kind of like again, I told you the show is conspiracy brained. Like, the whole thing about Nazis escaping judgment in the Nuremberg trials by getting to Australia or whatever. So the place that they track this guy down to is like a hiding spot for these like 95, 100-year-old Nazis in a retirement home. And they have this fight with these fucking 100-year-old Nazis. It's good shit. Like it's a completely crazy
funny.
conspiracy brain show. It's awesome. But I guess that wasn't enough to throw them off of the scent of how base the director was, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit, that's funny.
Well, all right, man.
All right, we're at an hour.
That's good shit.
We're at an hour. We hope you guys had a good Friday, that you liked our ramblings about fast food, Olive Garden, disgusting oil traps, Jewish conspiracies, video games, Crank. Anyway, all that. Make sure to follow us on the Kick account. Make sure to tune in for our Saturday live stream on the Kick account. We'll be streaming Wednesdays and Saturday nights at this time in this time zone. I'll put it on the screen for you guys. And then that will be chopped up to the YouTube Goyim for their regularly scheduled program. So make sure you check in on us there. I'm going to go ahead and bid y'all a deuces. Do you have anything to say to sign out the Rum Dummers on this fine Friday afternoon?
Love you, mean it. Like, subscribe.
Deuces.